All right. So I have a competitive mind state. I've been in competition since I was able to walk. T-ball, baseball, football, track, softball, wrestling, martial arts, joined the military, trying to get the best PT scores, you know. So when I first started, it was really never about a competition. It was more so, let's just put out some videos out there, all right? But then my competition mind state came in, and I started getting a little bit jealous. You know, why is this person over here getting so many subs? Why is this person over here getting so many, shout outs? How come I'm not getting the recognition I deserve? How come when he shows his books, it's all, oh, cool, look, but I show my books, and before he did, and I'm not getting that kind of recognition. And uh, I started to reevaluate some stuff, rather than them. I turned around and looked at myself, right? I turned and said, okay, what is it? What's going on with me that I'm not getting the recognition? Again, a competitive mind state. How come, these guys? And I'll be flat out honest with you. Let's go with the whole 9.2 crew. Uh, um, the Doom, Alex Comic Hoarder, Master X Splinter, Seeking Airman, Freddy's 562. Although Freddy's 562 been in the game longer than all of us, we relatively came in about the same time, plus minus a couple of months. And man, I tell you, I was getting super jealous, envious. What are they doing that I'm not? And the answer was pretty simple. Everything. They were doing everything they were supposed to, and I was not. Again, I looked myself into the mirror and said, what are they doing? Goes back to presentation, sharing books, sharing knowledge of the books, and giving back to the community. And nothing, and there was never a selfish reason. It was thank you. Thank you for supporting me. So it became more of a competition than just being happy. And that's a little bit narcissistic and selfish of me, but that's kind of like how my brain was trained. So I had to have what I call a come to Jesus moment with me and say, look, in order for me to get to to their status, I had to reevaluate what I was doing. And everybody has their niche. I some of that knowledge I probably will never attain. One is I'm freaking lazy. There's a lot of behind the scenes. What I call the pre-production, the production, post-production, the final cut. Right? Pre-production is obviously going out and studying what it is that you want to get. The production is going out there and getting it and making sure that you have the books that you want to show. The post-production making sure that you have your notes, and making sure that you give great information about the books. And then of course the final cut, prior to the final cut, your editing, not sound like a fool, uh, uh, throwing in some cool clips, and one that comes to mind is the Doom. He, when he does his random act of kindnesses, he has Jean-Claude out there dancing, right? Or when he drops a big book, he throws in some Friday scenes, right? With Chris Tucker and Ice Cube, that those little things is what makes those channels great. Those little things is what makes people smile and come back. The information that is provided with all of them throw out great information, and I'm using them because they're part of my season and the YouTube season lore, and that's why they are great, and that's why I had to sit back and say, yo, Tito, they don't be jealous, don't be envious, because they work their ass off to do what they do. I'm the kind of guy that be like, yeah, this is action 835. Stop, upload. That is the the realm of technology editing that I do. All right, taking the time, like, yeah, this is, Action Comics, 835. Here are the artists, the writers. Here goes, what the significance is, what year it came out. Providing that kind of information, and I'll give you an example on my last haul video that I did with that toy fair, right? That was me being lazy, but a missed opportunity. All right, and I say me being lazy because I just wanted to throw the books at you and call it a day. A missed opportunity would have been describing the books, doing a little bit of research. In my head, I know what they are. And I failed, people on YouTube land by not kind of giving them a description. Maybe they want to know what Just Society, why am I showing this book? Okay, all right, and you have your number one, okay? What's the significance? Why are you showing this book? I failed, right? First, just quick. And, David called me out on that. He's like, Tito, why didn't you say this? This would have been a perfect opportunity for you to give information out there. Not everybody knows what you know. Not everybody knows the significance of the books that you share. So, that's something that I have to work on when I show the books. Not only just showing the books, but the significance. Some people don't cover, are key collectors. Some of them are artists. Some of them are writers. Maybe somebody wants to know, and I figured I'll pick this book. All right, Mike. It'll figure, right? Mike Parabek, right? Maybe they like his art. And like, oh man, Mike Parabek did that. Let me scoop that up. All right? But that's why they are good, great, and awesome. Not only do they show good books, they describe those books. Not only do they describe those books, but they go out and take their time and hunt for them. Not only do they take the time and hunt for them, they give back, right? Random act of kindnesses. And one thing, so I posted a book on social media. And somebody commented on it, and I just hit them up, right? And it was it's crazy how sometimes our minds work, and it's more than likely based on experience, right? You say things because you've probably been in that predicament before. You do things or you react a certain way because you've probably been in that predicament before. So when I offered, I was like, "Hey, you can have this book, man. It's all yours. Just let me know where to send it to." And it was funny because the initial response from this person was, "Okay, what do you want?" I don't want anything. You said you like this book. I have this book here. You'll probably appreciate it more so with in your hands than I do in mine. Another example, and it's a very big example and not something that you normally see, but David, right? Seeking near mint. This was a random act of kindness from Seeking near mint, David, right? It's a big book, right? Some people call it Grail, some people Key, but he knew that I appreciate this book, and out of the kindness of his heart, he sent it. And that's where reevaluating my thought process is, all right, it's not a competition, and who did what first, why do they have so many subs? At the end of the day, you just gotta look at yourself and say, if I want my YouTube channel, your path, if you want to be a local YouTube channel, or go viral, or get the millions of subscribers and the millions of views, it takes a lot of work. And if you're not willing to put in that work, then don't frown upon other people like I did. Encourage them. One of the big things is what I like to think of is, giving back. And then it's not in any monetary or materialistic way, but giving back to the new guys that are showing up and, writing comments down there, shouting them out during a video or a podcast. Because I remember, if I go back to my last video, to me, as a brand new guy trying to crack that door and get in, that was freaking phenomenal, and encouraged me to keep going and going. And if I could do that to somebody else, why not? What's the point of suppressing somebody's channel? Now, I might shout their name out, and you go over there and you don't like it. But if I didn't say that name, then you probably would never known to go look at it. And maybe this person has stuff that you like, or maybe they don't. But sometimes it could be a dog-eat-dog world, and we have to sit back and say, maybe it's not them, maybe it's me. Maybe I'm not doing something right. Maybe I'm not providing the information that can help somebody. A variant, right? When talking about variants, what kind of variant is this? Is it store exclusive? What store is it from? What volume is this? Who draws this? Is it a 1 in 5, 1 in 10, 1 in 15, 1 in 25? Information like that helps other people. And that's what I have to work on. I'm okay, that's this. When I show books, and I tell stories. All right? But anyways, I just wanted to recap how it was still fun, but it became competitive. And there's nothing wrong with competition, that's what leads to greatness, right? I'm just throwing an example out there. If you're the hot topic right now, if you're a variant collector, right? And there's another variant collector out there, all right? How do you separate yourself from that person? All right? It doesn't necessarily mean that you go out there and buy a, what is that? Is that X23 number one, the Gabriel Del Auto at a 9.8? All right? Doesn't mean that. It just goes out there and just show good books, all right? Information is like the sword of YouTube. That's what helps other people, and that's what we're all about, is helping, not putting anybody down, not calling people out. You know, who does that? Just envious people, jealous people. And I don't like to think that we're that type of community. I like to think we are the type of the community where somebody says, "Man, that's a nice book. I really want that book." And if you have the opportunity, share it, right? Give it away. Maybe they will appreciate it more than you will. Not to say that go out and share your books, because I know books are expensive, unless you can find them really cheap. But the one big community. Who was it? Howler Mouse. I forgot what video it was. YouTube is like a city, right? A town. And within that town, we have different subdivisions, right? You have variant collectors, you have gold and silver age, you have story collectors, you have artist collectors, writers collectors. But when stuff goes down, I like to think that we all come together and support, right? That's what it's all about, is supporting, not putting other people down. All right, I'm out.